Hey, it's Adon here, AdonCoin.com, where I teach you how to play in DADGAD guitar. This lesson we're going to learn how to accompany the tune called My Darling Asleep, which is a jig. I'm going to show you the chords and the rhythm. So I'll bring up the chord charts in a minute. First, I'm going to play the tune round once with my dad on the whistle, who is Mick Coyne. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as a backer of Irish music, you have a lot of options. You can keep things nice and minimal and keep a nice drone throughout the whole tune, or you can go in the other direction and add in lots of jazz chords, depending on what type of backing. This is just how I happen to play it, so I hope you get something from it. You don't want to be a carbon copy of any guitar player does, so do try and create your own style, own rhythm patterns and whatnot. So we'll start with this A1 section. If at any stage this is too fast for you, I do have a version. I'll have it in the description where it goes through 3 different speeds: slow, medium and fast, and I have the notation and the tabs and everything's there for you. So if any stage it's too fast, check that out. So for the most part, I've kept this tune pretty minimal. We're starting with this D chord or D modal chord, and I'm using a lot of muting in the tune as well, so that's something to think about. If you haven't checked out how to mute chords, I'll also leave that in the description. And regards the rhythm, it's a 6/8 time, so a jig rhythm: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, up, down, down, up, down. I have 2 videos just for learning that rhythm, so if you haven't got that down yet, I'll also leave that in the description. Let's try this A1 section now. So for the first 3 chords of this A1 section, it's just this D chord: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, and then I play this inside and a G chord. So that's there, 2-finger chord. We're going from this G to the A, and I'm basically only playing 1 note there. You can play 2 notes if you want to get that A. So for the first 4 bars of that: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, G, A. So that G, A is pretty quick. Then on to another 3 bars of D: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have this A, D. So I'm basically playing that 1 note A and then back to the D. So the 8 bars there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, D, G, A, D, 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 A, D. And to spice things up, I'm kind of I have this hammer on for this D. So I'm just basically hammering on with my 3rd finger to the 4th at some stages. I'm doing a lot of muting. So that's having your palm across the strings just here. Just get that percussive sound going. So that's something you can try out. So we'll play this A1 section straight through. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at any stage you can change that 2-finger D chord, D modal chord. If you don't want to play that little finger up here, if it's too much, you can just play the 1 chord D, which is handy as well. So I finish off that A1 section with that just 1-finger D. There's not much difference. I just think that 4th finger in has a bit of a more powerful punch. So the A2 section, let's try that now. So the start of the A2 section is quite similar. You have the 3 bars of D: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, and then we're going for this G, this G chord, 3rd finger on the 5th fret, and then we have this E minor chord. You can either play with 3 fingers or 2 fingers, whichever you want, depending on how open you want to have that sound. So G, E. So the first four bars of that A2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, G, E. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, G, E. Cool. Let's try the second half of that A2. So the second half of the A2 is probably the trickiest part of the tune. So I'm doing this walking bass line all the way down. So I'll play it first. It sounds like this. So going through it, they're not full chords at all, really. They're just notes I'm going through and letting the rest of the strings ring out. So we have this D to start off, and we're moving down to this. It's a D with a C sharp in the bass, just basically playing that C note, C sharp note. And then we have it's a B minor. We're just playing that B note really. So going D, C sharp, B, and then I have that open A. It's a D chord, but I'm really pushing that open A note. I'm focusing my right hand pick on that open A. So, and then we have the F sharp minor, 2-finger F sharp minor, going up to the 2-finger G, 2-finger A, sliding that same shape up. So your second finger is now on that 7th fret, and then finishing with that D, either the 2-finger D or the 1-finger D, whichever you please. So going through that slowly again, you go D, C sharp, B, A, F sharp, G, A, and D. Add in the rhythm. And we speed it up. So that might be one part of just to practice through. Just keep doing that until you get used to it. D, C sharp, B, A, G. Go one more time. D, C sharp, B, A, F sharp, G, A, D. Cool. Let's put that all together. So we have the A2 section. So starting from the D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. D, G, E, walk down. Great. So let's play the A1 section and the A2 section straight through. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, D, D. G, A, D, 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 A, D, 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 G, E minor, walk down. Okay, so now we're on to the B1 section. So instead of playing the D down here, I'm playing it up an octave just to get different tones out of this tune. So we have this for 3 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. 3, and then we're going from here to the E minor up an octave. So instead of playing the E minor down here, we're playing it up here. So you have your 3rd finger on the 14th fret, so you might need a cutaway for this. If you can't reach it, just play that lower one. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, then the E. So that's the first 4 bars of B1. Let's go on to the second 4 bars of B1. So the second half of this B1 section is this walk down. Just like we had the walk down here, D, C sharp, B. We're doing it right here, just on the lower string. D, C sharp, B minor. So this is the D major chord. 3rd finger on the 12th fret. And we have this D with a C sharp in the bass. Then we have this B minor shape. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going down to the G for 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have A, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So going from that walk down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll do that whole B1 section now. So going from the D here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, One more time. Walk down. Great, let's play the A1, A2, and B1 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up high. E minor. Walk down. Cool, so now we're on to the B2 section, and I just add in this G after the D, so it's just to push that melody along a bit, so it sounds like this. So that's D, G, D, G, back to D for a bar, and then G, E minor. So that D, G changes is quick, it's something you might have to practice. So D, G, D, G, D, G, E minor. Cool, now we're on to the second half of that B2 section. So the second half of the B2 section is something we've already done, so it's just this walk down again from here. So we should have that off. We're going to add it in now to the first 4 bars of that B2. So going through it all, it sounds like this. D, G, D, G, D, G, E minor, walk down. One more time. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, G, E, walk down. And that's the whole tune. So let's give that a go. A1, A2, B1, and B2. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, G, A, D. A, D, D. G, E minor, D. Walk down. That's higher. E minor, walk down, G, A, D. Let's finish off. Mighty stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the whistle track twice round at the end of this video just so you're able to practice it yourself. I hope that was helpful. As I said, trad tunes can be played in a variety of different ways. So if you want to minimize things, that works perfectly well. And if you want to add some things in, like sevenths and that can do. I have other videos on the channel for that. So do check them out, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one. All the best.
My darling asleep. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.